Goddamn, it's done. Well, he can do anything in Manhattan.
Well, he already kicked me in Bloomberg.
Okay. Where's the
Hi. I want to introduce Borough President Scott Stringer, who's here to talk about cuts to senior services.
Thank you, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I want to just remind the mayor a lesson I learned a long time ago in Albany. And that is the one thing you do not do politically. You do not mess with senior citizens, right? When the college students used to come to Albany, I would say you should be like the seniors, because you know how to vote, you know how to politic. And right now, we are in the midst of a political budget. This is not about balancing the budget. This is not about hard economic times. This is about dismantling the social service network. That's why they're going after teachers. That's why they're going after daycare slots. And for God's sakes, they're going after seniors in a way we haven't seen since a different era. And I think we have had to say, we should say, enough is enough. You agree? Yes. So I want to just say one thing. For many of you seniors who remember the 1970s, that was a time when New York was on the edge of bankruptcy. And that was a time when elected officials like you, Carrie, worked with the finance people, Felix Rohatyn, worked with the real estate industry, worked with the United Federation of Teachers and District Council 37, Al Shanker and Victor Godbaum. They sat around a table and they worked together. They worked collectively. And they made sure that the city would see brighter days. Today, this top-down management style and this disgusting budget dance is not the way we govern this city. And we have got to be loud, and we have got to say it, because you all remember way back when. Yes. You were part of the history and turning the city around. Yes. And you now have an obligation to tell the next generation the way we do things here in tough times is we don't go after the most vulnerable, we don't go after the needy, we don't go after the sick. We make sure that everybody is at the table making shared and collective sacrifice. That's why we're the best city in the world. Keep up the struggle. I'm with you. Councilman Greenfield is with you. And we're going to see a brighter day when we all have a seat at this table. Thank you very much.
Fighting hard to keep the borough president funds in this budget, because they've already been cut in half, and it's not pork, it's meat and potatoes to these programs.
Let me tell you something. They keep coming at me, trying to cut, but I'm still here. You elected me. Thank you.
I have Councilman David Greenfield from Brooklyn. He's the chair of the subcommittee on senior centers. Oh, wow. Important guy. Yes.
I gotta tell you, folks.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Face the camera.
Sorry, sure.
He's gonna have to turn around to look at the camera. Sorry.
Well, look at everybody. Thanks for coming out here today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With your support, we're gonna beat these cuts. And listen, let me tell you something. I have to tell you, I'm very frustrated. I'm frustrated because year after year, we have to come back here to City Hall. And I gotta tell you, we like City Hall, it's a nice place, but we shouldn't have to come back every year to protect senior services. You know, we shouldn't be kicking old people while they're down. And let me tell you something, it's not easy being a senior today in New York City.
You got that right.
The reality is that since the beginning of this administration, we're now coming into year 10, tens of millions of dollars have been cut from senior services, and it's nothing short of outrageous. We owe a basic debt of gratitude to seniors in this city, because it's a basic fact. I would not be here without a senior. You have a mother, you have a grandmother, you have a father, you have a grandfather. We wouldn't be here without our seniors. And so, Mayor doesn't care about your votes. He's not running for re-election. And so you know what? We're not arguing politics over here. We're arguing right and wrong.
Right.
We got to restore the money for senior services, not just because it's the politically correct thing to do, not just because seniors vote, which they do, but because it's the right thing to do. And so, Mr. Mayor, our message to you is loud and clear today. Do the right thing. Restore funding for senior services in New York City. Thank you very much.